right?
Yeah. And this is my mom, so this is awesome.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
your mom.
Well, here we go. We're back with the finished product. And so,
Yes.
Dimitra, tell us a little bit more about this. This is the gnocchi.
This is the gnocchi with spicing it up a little bit, with mushroom, cremini mushroom,
Nice.
and a taste of sage
Yeah.
and garlic, and topped with pecorino cheese. You can use any cheese for that matter that you like, Parmigiano Reggiano,
Yeah.
or anything.
And I'm really excited about the
Yes.
grapes taste so good. Either that or I'm really hungry. with the
Actually, you're gonna love the grapes
Yeah.
with the with the balsamic and the sumac
Yeah.
spice. Of course, the burrata is very blunt, but you'll add all the other adds layers
Great.
to your palate, right?
And we've got some white wine.
Yes, well, for a gnocchi that
Yes.
it is browned with butter or in a white sauce. A good Italian white wine, a crisp Italian white wine is Sauv, or oaked Chardonnay. My local LCBO did not have oaked Chardonnay, so yes, we ended up with a Sauv.
Nice.
And hopefully that, all this kind of like adds to the layers of taste and spices and what
So
we did today.
let's make a toast. Let's cheers to our first
First
show together. This is great.
sharing is caring, as
sharing-
they say.
Yeah. Was it the secret
cheers.
ingredients of real estate? Cheers.
Yes.
Salud.
Salute.
So, I was saying that I studied hospitality and tourism and specialized in food and beverage, but could never cook. I still don't know how to cook. Biggest problem. This is amazing, and I could learn from this. This is great. And the reason why I bring that up is, I got into real estate, and do you know it's like going to be 20 years now that I'm in real estate?
Oh my God.
20
And you're still a
years.
baby. What can I say, right?
Yeah. And this is my mom, so this is awesome.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be your mom. That's
Yeah,
true.
for sure. And then I got into real estate, and the reason why I got into real estate was because I wanted to invest, and I wanted to buy lots of properties and then eventually own a hotel. And instead of owning a hotel, I actually now have a property management business with 180 doors, so it feels like a hotel here.
Right.
So let's try this out. This is great. Yeah.
Amazing. I wish you could be here to taste it or smell the aroma.
This is great. Oh wow. So how did you get into real estate?
Well, it's a second career for me, right? I retired, the Freedom 55. I don't want to sort of age myself,
Yeah.
but yes, I did retire very early, and then I traveled. I worked out. I ran marathons.
She still runs. Like she runs like 5 kilometers a day, 2 kilometers a day.
Five or more.
It's crazy.
Anyways, so one day you want to be contributing to community and be a active member of the society and helping people. And I thought, what better way to help people buy property, especially first-time home buyers, new immigrants, right?
Yeah.
And my previous experience in sales kind of fit right in, and here we are. We're not trained chefs by any stretch of imagination. We are trained and licensed real estate agents, but these are easy recipes that, growing up, we had, a household full, a couple kids, work, right? You run for extracurricular activities, but we always wanted to have a healthy, home-cooked meal around the kitchen table.
Yeah.
So this is how this all came about.
Amazing.
Right?
Amazing.
So
Okay, cool. So let's go back to real estate because that's what we're here for.
Yes. Absolutely.
So you got into the business after retiring from your first career.
Yes.
And then you decided to find me and help me out and be my second in command, which is great. So, everybody really wonders like why Sherif, and why Dimitra, and I'm in it for the food, but I don't know what she's in it for.
I'm in for the wine. We obviously our objective aligns with clients being ethical, being helpful, do the best we can every day to help clients achieve home ownership, right? And I think that says a lot about your character and mine. Like we are both kind of like mesh, right?
Yeah, totally.
And that's what it is. And it's real estate, it has its ups and downs, and you have to have a really thick skin to be in real estate, because there are days that you want to throw everything up in the air.
And there's like 70,000 realtors, right? And
yes,
there's just some craziness happening out there. It's funny because I have a chat group with a bunch of my friends, and they sent me an Instagram post of another agent, and she's selling herself like she's like in a picture with her thong and saying real estate is this and real estate is that. I'm like, oh my god, I have zero competition, so let's just try some food here.
Well, that's not competition. Let's put it this way. Competition, it comes from within. First of all, you have to be, driven from within, and to help people. And once you help people and you gain the trust, they're gonna refer you to the next person, to their cousin, to their, co-worker, to whoever out there, right? I think that's how you gain the trust and you gain the following.
And you've got some great experience, like with sales jobs and HR and managing people and guiding people. And I think that's really important, because when you're working with first-time home buyers, they don't know, they're looking for guidance. And sometimes real estate can be a privilege to own. And so when you're working with these people, they don't know how much money they need. They don't know about their financing. Like, we just worked with a family that just kept borrowing and borrowing and borrowing, and they didn't realize that you have to put your money in the bank. And when you're using your RSPs, the RSPs is the bank is just saying, here, we're loaning your own money back to you, but you have to pay it back. So it's like, it's not free money. It takes a lot of initiative to go from your RSPs, your TFSAs, you package it together and you buy a property.
No, absolutely. And there's a lot of hand holding, and especially the family you referred to. We sat down, we had 2 lengthy sessions as to how to manage the money, where they're going to find the money for the down payment, right? And I think that sort of goes a long way, because
the bank of mom and dad.
Well,
I didn't get a bank of mom and dad. Mom and dad didn't bank me.
they're the mom and dad, hoping to help their family at a later stage, right, with the first purchase. So, and now we're at the situation where like they can take the next step. And it was a lot of hand holding, quite a pineapple.
And you've got a great mortgage broker too that you work with.
Oh my God,
He's
yes,
awesome.
my Pineapple Peter. Peter at Pineapple is amazing.
We should have a pineapple sponsor over here.
Next time. By the way, I'm highly allergic to pineapples, so. Anyway, so that's what happens. You need to sit down and you need to explain to them and handhold and sort of, because in this case, and I've run in other cases where they had a bad experience from a previous real estate venture or adventure they fell through, right? And in some instances, that could, you lose some money along the way, right?
You got to be careful with all these gimmicks out there. It's not like, if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true, and that's probably a scam. So be careful when you're getting involved with like syndicates and like these packages.
Absolutely, yes. And like even sometimes everybody kind of it has resurfaced the rent to own, but people don't realize that rent to own, you need to be pre-approved from a bank. You need to have 10,000 or at least 5% of the down payment.
That's great. The rent to own program, like, ideally, like, it's a great program, but it's so expensive and it's not for everyone. Like, and I studied this, like, I went to some program to learn about how to do rent to own, and it's expensive. Like, it's if you absolutely love a home and you want that home and you have to live there, and for whatever reason it makes sense, as long as the numbers make sense. But otherwise, I think rent to own.
But if something happens along the way while you're on contract for rent to own, and that you can't carry through with your commitment, then you lose your shirt off your back.
So actually, the government's coming out with something, with a program, a rent to own program that they've learned from investors. So I'm curious to learn more about it and see how the initiatives of it. Right?
Same here. I hope that it's something that it will help the first-time home buyer, right? So yes.
So first-time home buyers, if you're looking for some people who know what they're talking about and can help you,
we're here.
Dimitri is your gal.
Yes.
And she'll cook as well.
And I'll feed you.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.